All right, everybody, welcome to our Tuesday night Zoom class. We're excited to have you all join us, and we're excited to be able to share with you more information about the essential oils and how they can help you and your families. The essential oils have been so powerful in our lives, and we're really excited for the opportunity to be able to share that with others. So we're going to go ahead and jump in here and get started. So this is our why, and this is why we share doTERRA. This is a picture of our family. We've got 5 kids. Our oldest is Oliver, he's 18, and our youngest is Lenora. You can see her on top of Jack, she is 6. And they are the reason we got started with doTERRA. Our oldest son in the back was at a scout camp out, and they were making pop can stoves. And on one side of the table, they were dumping the denatured alcohol, and on the other side, they were lighting them. And he was on the receiving end of a big whoosh, and he ended up with secondary burns on the back of his hand and forearm. And my husband, he took him to the emergency room, and they got it all cleaned out. And I got a great phone call from him just saying, hey, Oliver's okay. I just need to take him to the emergency room for a burn. And so he did that. And when he got home, we had a lot of awesome neighbors who brought us lots and lots of cookies, which my other kids loved and thought that was awesome. But we had a friend who brought the essential oils, and that completely changed our lives. And as we started to use the essential oils on our family and for a lot of different things, as a mom, I saw immediately that I had resources and tools at my fingertips that I could use to support me and my family. And I was so grateful to have something that was safe, it was natural, it was effective, and it was cost effective. We were saving money on doctor visits, and I felt empowered as a mother to be able to take care of my kids when they needed something. So we love the essential oils, and we're excited for the opportunity to share more tonight with you about these amazing oils. So what are essential oils? I'm going to let my husband here talk about what essential oils are. He is a chiropractor by trade, and so he brings a wealth of knowledge with him about the body and how it works. And it's been really fun to be able to use the essential oils and to share this information with others with him, because he brings a whole nother dimension to our essential oil education. So
I always think she's the smarter one. But anyway, essential oils are basically compounds that are extracted from plants, from different parts of plants. The leaves, the stems, the flowers, the seeds, the bark, or even the roots. And these compounds, as they're extracted from the plants, can be used to help support the body in many different ways. Everything from the immune system being supported, to sore muscles being soothed, anything, just about any physical or emotional complaint that you can think of can be helped with essential oil usage. And so we're going to talk about a few of those tonight.
Will you talk about the humans and plants? I think it's such a great analogy to help people understand how they support the body.
All right. Well, just about every living creature or thing is a carbon-based life form. Carbon is the backbone of every single compound in living things. And so just the same way that humans are carbon-based or are made primarily of carbon, plants are as well. So when you have two things that are carbon-based, they have a tendency to work well together, or can utilize these compounds from one to benefit the other. So that's what my wife was talking about. And it's just, we're human-based, or excuse me, of course we're human-based. We are carbon-based life forms, and so are plants. So that's why they can be beneficial for us to use in this way.
That's awesome, and I love that, because that's what makes the essential oils so effective and so wonderful, is that they work with the body without the negative side effects that we often get in pharmaceuticals and over-the-counter stuff. So okay, we're going to jump to our next one. So the essential oils, there's 3 different ways that we can use the oils. We talk about using them aromatically, internally, and topically. So I'm going to talk first about aromatic. So when we think about plants and essential oils, we first generally think of the aroma and what they smell like. One of my favorite things to do when I'm out in the garden is to rub a leaf and kind of pinch it between my fingers, and then when I smell it, I can smell that peppermint oil or that basil. And what I've done is ruptured those oil sacs. And so that's where you get the aroma. And the aroma has amazing therapeutic value for us, just as it does for the plants, like Eric talked about. So aromatically, so that could be putting that into a diffuser and using that to fill the air. It could be aromatically putting a drop on your hand, breathing it in through your nose. Aromatic is so powerful, especially this time of year. One of my favorite essential oils to use aromatically is a blend called On Guard. And On Guard is a protective blend that helps support the immune system to keep it healthy and well. And so when we're breathing that in, we're actually lining the whole nasal cavity and even our lungs to help support it and protect it from all the yucky bugs that are out there. So aromatic is a powerful way to use the oils. Another thing to kind of point out about aromatic is when we want to address things emotional, things the way we feel, using the oils aromatic is the fastest way to affect our emotions and our mood and how we feel. So that's aromatic.
Second way that we use essential oils, at least doTERRA's essential oils, is internally. Just as it says on the slide, just as plants are eaten fresh or dried for herbs or used in hot water infusions, essential oils can be taken internally if they're certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. Now, why would you want to take an essential oil internally? Well, maybe you've got a digestive complaint or issue. Maybe you've got a sore throat, or you're trying to fight off an infection of some sort or other. By taking the essential oil internally, your body can utilize the healing or supportive benefits that that essential oils have and put them to work inside your body. One of the favorite ones that I use internally, or an essential oil that I use internally, is a blend called Digest Zen. And that could be an oil that will get more usage this week than any other essential oil, because we're going to be overeating over the Thanksgiving break. By consuming or taking Digest Zen internally, it helps calm digestion. It can help the body with various different digestive concerns, bloating, gas, digestive discomfort, things like that can all be remedied or be made to feel better by using that oil internally. But you don't have to use it internally. You could use it topically as well.
So topically is exactly how you use it topically. So if you have a headache, for example, peppermint is an amazing essential oil that you can use, and you can rub it along your forehead, along your temples, or on your temples, and also the back of the neck. I just tell people, put it where it hurts or put it where you need it. So like the Digest Zen that Eric talked about, you can actually take that and rub it on your tummy, and it's going to be effective for digestive discomfort. Another way to use the oils topically is the bottom of the feet. And I've had people say, oh, that sounds so crazy. But when you think about the bottom of the feet, they have the largest pores, so that they're going to absorb the oil really quickly and very easily in through the bottom of the feet. But they also represent reflexology. And so knowing that all of the organs are reflected on the bottom of the feet makes it another powerful way to use the essential oils. So that is topically. Another oil that I love to use topically specifically is a blend called Deep Blue. So Deep Blue is a blend that's for pain relief. It has kind of a wintergreen, peppermint, helichrysum in it, and so put it where it hurts. So if you have a sore knee, put it on your knee. If you have a sore shoulder or sore muscles, wherever it is, take that Deep Blue and rub it where it hurts. And it's a powerful one for topical use. All right, so now we're going to talk about the lifelong vitality. So doTERRA is #1 an essential oil company, but their #1 product is the lifelong vitality. This is a product that I use every day for energy, for focus, for stress, and for overall good health and wellness. For me, after I got introduced to the essential oils, I had some issues with anxiety and panic attacks and a little bit of depression. And what I found is that as I was using these, that it set a foundation for my health so that my body could adapt and function in a way that I could deal with the stress in my life. I was better able to have focus and know what the things that I needed to do. So I love this blend. And the other thing that I love is when I go and teach classes and I ask people the side effects that they enjoy from the lifelong vitality, I hear things like my hair's coming in thicker, I'm sleeping better. My digestive system is better. I have less stress. My knee pain is gone. Those are just some of the things. But here's the thing is when we give our body the nutrition that it needs, it's going to function well. It's going to be able to do what it was created to do. So you want to talk about each of these and what is in them and why they're so awesome?
Well, the Alpha CRS, the first one there on the left, is basically a cellular vitality complex. This blend of herbs and other things that they put in there are designed or are put in there to help your body recover and regenerate from all the stresses that we throw at it. There are many things in there. Some people call this Dr. Oz in a bottle, because he has on his show times where he says, oh, everybody should be taking this and everybody should be taking that because of the different effects that it has on the body. Well, many of those things that he speaks about are in this complex, and it's great to help support your body on a cellular level. The next one in the middle, the Z omega, is the essential oil plus the omega complex. So in addition to having a few essential oils that are great for cellular health, it also has essential fatty acids, which your body needs but aren't getting enough of in our daily diet. So your omega-3s, your omega-6s, the healthy fats that are crucial for good heart health and good brain health, this product is loaded with that. Then the last one is the Microplex VMZ, which is basically your vitamins and your minerals. Excuse me. And the VMC is food-based. So all of these products, when taken together, they dissolve and are absorbed into the body so much more easily than the vitamins and minerals that you get at the health food store, the grocery store, or other companies like that.
Very good. And what I love too about the Lifelong Vitality is when you get that on the loyalty rewards program, you get it for an amazing price. So it's $79.99, which is amazing for a high quality supplement. I've talked to several people who were spending hundreds, if not $200 a month on what they thought were good quality supplements. And so to be able to get all of those things put together that they wanted into one product delivered right to their door was a total bonus. So we love the Lifelong Vitality as a foundation to everything else we do. doTERRA has their awesome wellness pyramid, and at the very bottom, the foundation of that is nutrition. So nutrition is key to everything else we're going to talk about moving forward. All right, so now the fun stuff. Okay, so I have an oil for that. I love this picture because it shows what we can do with these essential oils and all the different things that are available for us. So we have several of them on here, and I'm going to ask Denise or Katie if they want to jump on and share their story, maybe about how they were introduced to doTERRA or an essential oil that they love to use in their families and in their homes. Denise, do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. I was introduced to the oils about a little bit over 3 years ago, and the class I attended with Linda, and you were there, Tiffany, I was introduced to all the oils, and I especially was really curious about the 3 oils that you stated were really helpful for the seasonal allergies. That was the lemon, lavender, and peppermint, and we had great results with that for my son Devin, and he hasn't had to take any over-the-counter medication or anything for that since we started. And we also use the Breathe, really like to use the Breathe for that too. I use it almost every night to diffuse for him.
Awesome. So how do you use the lavender, lemon, peppermint?
Well, initially we used it in a roller bottle. And then I think a year later is when they came out with what's called the Tri-Ease. So the 3 oils are in a capsule. And so he just takes that every morning pretty much. I mean, we do it throughout the whole year pretty much for him. So he takes it every morning and occasionally at night, but for the most part every morning. And then if he knows, like when he goes out the vacuum in the garage for the dog, you know, he'll take it out there, or certain things he's going to do outside, he'll take it beforehand, and it helps significantly.
Nice. That's awesome. I love that you said that he can do it. So as kids, we're teaching our kids another way to take care of their health, and they can be proactive themselves to take it. I love that. Yeah, the lavender, lemon, peppermint is a great combination. And so is the breathe, especially this time of the year. I feel like there's so many people with colds and congestion, and diffusing the breathe, like you mentioned, that is a great thing to do this time of year to open up airways. Very good. Thank you, Denise.
Sure.
All right, Kate.
Okay, I'll share. So the third one in Want Better Immunity, that's On Guard. And we use that in, well, let's see, I was introduced to the oils 2 years ago by Denise. Thanks, Denise. And On Guard was one of the oils that she initially showed me and that I was really intrigued about. So this one we use every morning. My son can put this on his own feet. He puts this on his feet, like you were saying, using it topically on the bottoms of the feet before he puts his socks and shoes on. So this helps boost his immunity throughout the day. And the beneficial side effect to this is that his shoes smell like this, which is like fall spices. Okay. That is something, I'm not even kidding. I've had people they're like, well, I'll try it just for that. So, and then at night at bedtime, I put this on his feet. It's part of tucking him in. So, and he's going to be 12 this week. So he's a bigger kid, but this is something that I like to do every single day. And that is one of my very favorite oils for staying well. And I can say I have not been sick since I've used On Guard. I mean, I want to knock on wood. I know it's possible still, but every single time that I have started to get a little bit of a sore throat, I'll put a little bit of On Guard, drop it down the back of my throat. So I'm using it internally. I'll also use it in the diffuser, so use it aromatically and topically, like a hand sanitizer, or just getting it on the bottoms of my own feet. And it works great.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Like On Guard is such a great product that doTERRA has a whole line of products just based on that. So they've got their little On Guard beadlets that look like little BBs. And so you can use those. I love it when I have a sore throat. That doesn't sound great. But when I have a sore throat, I love to be able to pop those little guys in my mouth, and I'll swallow it and I can feel that On Guard going on it. The other product that they have that is an On Guard product is On Guard Plus. And this is a soft gel that I will take when I feel like, oh, I think I might have something coming on, or I've worn myself out and I feel like I could be open to getting a cold potentially. I'll use that On Guard Plus. So yes, On Guard is a must for every mom and for every family. It is wonderful. All right, Dr. Dahl, let's hear a story from you.
So of the oils on the screen, one of my favorites is this Clary Calm, because there are times of the month when I just go ballistic. And so when my hormones get out of whack, when they're treating me what I feel very rudely, and sometimes they just seem like they're ganging up on me and not giving me any rest, or no, I haven't used Clary Calm that much. I'm just joking. But there are so many oils that I use every day. Part of my routine when I get out of the shower every morning is I'll put On Guard on the bottom of my feet, as well as balance oil on my feet. And there are other oils that I use topically throughout the day, or we have several diffusers throughout the house that we'll turn on. But at the bare minimum, I use the On Guard and balance on my feet, and then a couple of drops of frankincense under my tongue just to help support my body.
So we're coming on to December a little bit. Talk a little bit about frankincense. Why is that such a great oil to have?
Well, doTERRA's frankincense is some of the best in the world, and there can be a whole webinar just on frankincense. In fact, there used to be several webinars that had been posted on just frankincense oil and the benefits that it has. But you're looking at everything from positive mental benefits, emotional benefits from breathing it in aromatically, and benefits down to the cellular level with supporting the cells and their ability to function and reproduce and selectively take themselves out ultimately. I don't know how much biology you want to get into, but frankincense is just a great overall oil to help support the body in many different ways. And what's cool is as we are coming up onto December, usually doTERRA has a pretty neat promotion during the month of December where you can get basically a $70 bottle of frankincense for free.
Awesome. One of my favorite things about frankincense is that it's called an enhancer. So it multiplies, it enhances the properties of the other oils. So I mentioned earlier about my son with the lavender and frankincense, and I know that frankincense helped enhance that property of the lavender so that he didn't ask for like the hydrocodone that the emergency room had sent him with. And even now, what is so awesome is 5 years later, and he has no scarring on his skin. And I attribute that to the use of frankincense on his skin for scarring. So there's a lot of things that we can do with that. So we talked a little bit about the lavender. I call that one the Swiss Army knife of essential oils because it can do so many things. So your burns, your cuts, your bug bites. I like to use it at the end of the day. Lavender is a great calming oil. So you could add that to a bath. You could add it to a spritz bottle, use it on a pillow. It's a wonderful calming oil that does so many different things. Then my favorite oil is not on here, but I love Balance and Wild Orange. And those of you who know me know how much I love Wild Orange. That is my happy bottle, and it smells like sunshine, and it helps me to be in a good mood, and it helps me to be a happy mother. So that old saying about happy life, happy wife, or happy wife, happy life. There it is. Happy wife, happy life. It really is true. And I know that when I am happy and functioning well, it creates for a better environment in our home. So I am very, very grateful for the oils. And so I'm going to point out here, so the next part I want to talk about is that we have some amazing resources to help us with the essential oils. I remember when we first got started thinking, how am I going to know how to use these? And how am I going to learn all this information? And how am I going to know what to do for this and for that? And so when we had our friend bring the oils over, he brought over a family essentials kit and a modern essentials book. And as Eric was flipping through that, he's like, wow, these oils are really amazing. I didn't know they could do this and that. And so when you start using the essential oils, it's awesome to be able to have one of these books here to be able to resource and reference to learn more about the oils, especially when you have that 2 a.m. tummy ache or something happens, you need to have some ideas and information. These are some great resources to go to get started and to learn more. All right, so what is the best way to get your own oils? Your own essential oils. So doTERRA has made it really easy by putting together several different kits that you can choose. When you do this, it waives that $35 membership, and oftentimes there's additional discounts. So my recommendation is always to pick a kit that best meets your needs and go from there. One of our favorite kits is the Family Essentials kit and also the Home Essentials kit. I actually really love the Home Essentials one because it comes with a diffuser. And I've got another kit on here that's not on here that I love. It's the Aroma Touch kit because it comes with a diffuser and some other oils. So anyways, talk to the person that invited you to this, and they can sit down with you or give you more information so that you know which kit will best meet your particular needs. And then this month, I wanted to share that doTERRA has extended their Energizer Fall promotion. And with this, you have the opportunity of getting the Lifelong Vitality for free. So when you pick a kit this month through November, so we've got a few more days, and then you do another 100 PV loyalty reward order next month, you can get this amazing trio for free, which is, I believe, is like there you go, $106 retail value. So it's a great way to try the Lifelong Vitality and see how you like it for yourself for free. And then I also want to point out that loyalty rewards program. This is a program that doTERRA has that allows you to pick and choose some different oils each month. You get to choose what you order, when it comes out, how you want to pay for that. And when you do that, doTERRA gives you points for free product. So if you love free product and getting just more free stuff, then this is the program that you want to be on. And it's an amazing, generous program that doTERRA has for us, and the longer we're on it, the higher the discounts. So again, talk to the person who introduced you to this program and ask them about the loyalty rewards program.
The extra PDs.
And then also, anybody who watches this webinar over the next week until next Tuesday, the 29th, we have an extra freebie for enrollment. So when you when you buy an enrollment kit this week, we are going to give you a free peppermint beadlet and a free On Guard beadlet. That is our gift to you at enrollment. So not only will you potentially get the Lifelong Vitality, but we'll give you these two. And there's also BOGOs, buy one, get ones going on this week. And so you could actually get a lot of really great free product. So again, talk to whoever invited you to this webinar, because we want you to be able to take advantage of all these awesome freebies that are going on right now. And then when you enroll and you pick out a kit, you also get an amazing community of people who are here to support you and to answer your questions and to be a resource to you. We have a learning community Facebook page where we share ideas and tips. It's a great place to ask your stories or ask your questions and to share your stories. I love this quote by Winston Churchill that I put on here. It's like, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. And we do give. When I think about doTERRA, especially as a company, we love the essential oils and how they help our family. But in addition, doTERRA is a major, they work with several third world countries where we store essential oils, generous in their donation of time and resources to build schools and hospitals, to bring communities together for jobs and economy, and they are villages, all communities of the world. They are in whole oils because we love the people in our lives and we want them to have these amazing oils. So know that you're not alone and know that you have an amazing community here to help you to be successful. So next week, I actually have something that I've already had scheduled. So Dr. Dahl is going to be teaching the women's hormones class. And this is a class that he taught a couple months ago at an expo. And so he has a lot of great in-depth information that he's going to share with a lot of details and what would you call it? Physiology?
Sure. Physiology is a good
Physiology. So anyways, that is going to be our topic next week, women's hormones, which might be a good thing here as we're between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And so we'd like to invite you to jump in with us next Tuesday at 7 Mountain Standard Time via Zoom. It's the same link as the one that we're currently on right now. And we look forward to seeing you next week. And thank you so much.